would say the Steel Series.
Steel Series, honestly.
Steel Series.
I'd definitely sit with the Steel Series.
By far.
Definitely Steel Series.
If I had to pick one of these to pick up in game right now, it's going to be the Steel Series.
Gamers prefer our headsets. Find out why at steelseries.com.
This T half. On pistol rounds, we never quite know what to expect. Some teams will go for an all rush, some teams will play slow and steady. It seems that it's going to be a mixture of the two for Team Property. They're pushing in, but they're not rushing just yet. They're going to be hiding in Palace with Berg taking point. He's about to find himself Zeus. Does get the headshot onto Zeus. And that's going to open up things nicely for the A site, and they do push through. Flamey gets a frag back, but it's Berg that actually drops down. I thought he had a chance there against Flamey. He gets himself a quick fire double, and he's hungry for more. He's opened up without USP, does get a third frag, and Edward comes in to fill in the blanks. And Na'Vi, after going a player down, pick up 5 without any retaliation. So a comfortable pistol round in the end there for Na'Vi. And I thought Property probably could have done better, but Flamey from CT boxes there at the back of A just mullered with that USP. And bought Edward up enough time to get himself around from the corner and get himself a couple frags as well. You're seeing there that Property have committed to this round. They've got themselves a bunch of upgraded pistols and Kevlar as well, but it's Edward that is going to get that first frag. Zend was heavy tagged beforehand from a scout. That was picked up from Guardian. And there's the MP7 coming to use. So now it's all on Schneider and Zend. Both at the top of mid, behind the boxes. And that grenade was only a couple whiskers away from absolutely slaughtering Zend. He would have actually dropped that. That's a beautiful shot with the Tech 9. I feel like it's just a drop in the ocean at this point, though. They still have 4 players to find and kill. They do have the bomb in hand from Schneider. But his position has become very obvious. Somehow he's still alive. He is Iron Man right now, just walking out to mid, screaming, "Come at me, bro." Everyone's shooting at him. Finally, he gets dropped. And now it's all on Zen. 40 seconds. And he is going to be pushed left, right, and centre. Flamey with that USP does get a nice little one tap to the forehead. And RV take the 2-0. And of course, because of that committed buy from the Swedish team last round, they will be playing a bit more, I wouldn't necessarily say standard, because it's pretty common now to force buy, but I will say a bit more disciplined. You've just got the one Tech 9 picked up for Berg. Rest of his team are just going to go for Glocks. He has also got himself a flashbang, and you can see here that it looks like it is going to be very much a B push. 4 players and Twist coming around from the back. That smoke is going to keep them at bay just for a few more seconds here. Grenades coming in, doing significant damage. Hits 4 players for over 50, and there's Seeds with the MP9. He is just going to spray all of them down. He picks up 3 before falling. And then Edward and Guardian just pop in and pick themselves up kills. Jeez. The MP9 spray is real. And Property are going to go back to the drawing board, pick themselves up AKs as expected. With some grenades as well. A split attack from the T's. We've got 3 going towards A, 2 towards B. Zend and Berg are the, well, I say B, it's more like mid-split. Auto Sniper firing in from Zeus. He's got his aim trained down into ramp. Probably should be doing better than this. Nearly falls himself, actually. And there is Flamey pushing in, getting himself 2 quickfire frags. And he's exploded out of the blocks for this game. Flamey peering down into ramp. There is a bomb down there. Zend as well, who gets himself headshotted down. I've got to say, Na'Vi have started very, very powerfully in this game. It's hard to see who's going to step up to the plate and knock them off kilter. It's just on Schneider. The guy has so much experience in Counter-Strike, but 1v5 and in Palace? No, not going to happen. He drops, and it is the 4-2-0. Okay, guys, so I'll explain now as it is going to be an eco round. I mean, they have a couple Deagles, they have a couple P250s, but you're expecting to see Na'Vi pick up the 5th round. If this goes to a 1-1 scoreline, it is a best of 2, so it's 2 best of 1s. If it goes to 1-1, you get your skins back. It's effectively like the bet was null and void, never happened in the first place. If a team wins 2-0, then people that bet on that team will win themselves skills. Skills? No, skins is what I was looking for. And the team that ends up losing, if you bet on them, then you do actually lose your skins. So that's the way it works. As expected, the Eco Bash in effect there from Na'Vi. And Property very quickly find themselves 5-0 behind. And of course, it's pretty famous that Na'Vi are a very slow, steady kind of team on Terrace. They'll often wait until the last 15-20 seconds to push a site. And you can see that actually pays off for them on CT as well. These guys are a very disciplined bunch of players. They're happy to sit in a position and wait, but it's Twist that gets the first frag here. Goes in with the AWP. Edward comes in with the AK-47. He tries to back on away from mid, which was certainly looking like a danger zone. And now Twist with the AWP has his scope trained onto Connector. It seems like the brief explosions and fireworks at the beginning of the round have subsided back to what you'd expect here on Mirage. Just kind of stacking mid. Mid is a pretty important place for Ts, but of course CTs can fairly comfortably defend the sites playing defensively, and that seems to be what Na'Vi have been doing thus far. And Twist gets the shot on Zeus. He did not know what hit him. Flamey pushes into Palace, and the way he's been playing in those 1v1s, you're always expecting him to come out the best. He gets himself another kill. Palf gets flashed as he tries to actually look up towards Flamey's position. And Team Property once again get themselves on the board, the first in the round, but it doesn't seem to matter because they cannot convert these man advantages into rounds, and that is the important currency right here as far as they're concerned. It is a CT favoured map, but it's nowhere near as one-sided as the likes of Nuke. You're expecting to get, I'd say, 6 rounds really on T side. 5 or 6 rounds. And thus far, Team Property have not been looking that threatening. They do get the flashbang and the force out from Palf. He's the last remaining player, and there is Edward from short. And AWPs him down. There's no raffle, dudes and dudettes, so there's no point doing that. The only thing that'll probably get you is a timeout from our mods here. So just a pre-warning. Also, don't spoil. No one likes a spoiler. Although right now, I think it would be a fair shout to say probably 7-0 Na'Vi the way they've been playing. And it's going to be weapons on the Swedes. And again, they're going to be controlling mid, but they're not getting anything from this. It's all well and good pushing into positions, but you've got to execute your strats and make the most of said positions, as we are going to see Property in the form of Twist picking himself up a quick double kill. Berg, though, does get shut down from Flamey. And again, Property do have themselves a player advantage. They do have a lot of time to play with as well. And again, the brakes have certainly been pushed from Na'Vi. Flamey this time with the AWP. Just peeks into Connector. Claims the frag onto Palf. 3-on-3 situation. 45 seconds to play with. Flamey's got his sights onto Palace. This guy has been godlike thus far. He gets himself another frag. And he's on for the ace, but he gets dropped from Zend. He pretty comfortably gets that kill in the end, but surely the damage has been done from Flamey, or perhaps not. Maybe there is another chapter to be written down here from Team Property. It's a one-on-one. Seas definitely has the advantage in terms of HP, but that bomb has been planted. Still behind the site. I'm not sure what Seas is doing here. It seems he's just kind of chilling out in window. Is he lagging? This is awkward. I wish I had something to say about what's happening, but I assume that he's lagging out, or he's having some issues with a mouse, or maybe a headset or something like that. So, I'm not sure what to tell you. I will also show you the scoreboard. Indeed, guys, apologies for that, as Seas does get himself taken down. So look at that from Flamey. 14 frags, 1 death in 7 rounds. That is pretty amazing play from him, and he has definitely been one of the determining factors as to why we're in this 6-1 scoreline. On the flip side, Palf is yet to get himself on the scoreboard, which I'm really surprised by, because he was one of the standout players from Property at Gfinity. Pulled off some crazy plays, but you're seeing that Flamey is just on form right now. I was about to say on fire, but that pun would have even made me cringe. But he's on form. There is obviously a pause coming in. It seemed that Seized had some technical difficulties, so fingers crossed, we'll be good to jump back into the fray very shortly. If you guys have any questions or want to interact with me, I met this for those of you that are asking. It's spelt the same way as the Twitch channel is. And someone asked me how long I've been casting CS for. About 1.5 years, I would say. It's been give or take 1.5 years. Before that, I casted a bunch of other games as well. Seized has left the game. Sad times. Sad times. Where am I from? I'm from the northeast of England. Near Newcastle in England, to be precise. Cats or dogs? It's got to be dogs, right? It's got to be dogs. Thank you very much, Kira Miro, I think that was. I'm sorry, your name went really fast because of the chat going down, and also I'm not the greatest at pronouncing things. Thanks, Scopecat. Who's my favourite player? It's got to be Snacks. I love watching Snacks play. My favourite food? Oh man, I gotta go with spaghetti bolognese. Geordie Shore. Hell no, Trinov. Hell no. Favourite gun? AK-47. I'm literally the worst AWPer in the world. So, how cute am I? I would say not cute at all. I've got a beard. So, yeah. Am I a girl? I mean, do I sound like a girl? If I do, I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah, I'm a girl. Confirmed, I'm a girl. I do miss COD for a tiny bit. Forever asked that. I'm sorry again, the chat's going so quickly. I can't quite keep on top of all of it. I will accept friend requests, but of course there is a cap on friend requests and friends and all that good stuff. So I'll do my best. Favourite Na'Vi player? I'd probably go with Guardian. He's so fun to watch. I mean, right now, Flamey is next level. But overall, I'd probably go with Guardian. Metis is a girl, HLTV confirmed. Yep, it's true. Yo, Kotalak CZ, which I'm guessing is Czech. How you doing? We are live again, so I'm going to stop with the BS here, and I'm just going to carry on regardless, as Zend is peering across towards mid. It seems that Seized is back, and hopefully good to go. Give me a second, guys. If they continue, I'm going to go ahead and stop the overlay, guys. Try and add me after the game, please, dudes. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go ahead and... oh, Jesus. I'm going to have to just do that right now. I should have known. I should have known. Right, there we go. They should be gone after this. Apologies. Either way, we are going to be jumping back into the action. I kind of trolled myself there, honestly. I've only got myself to blame. As Edward is going to be going in and getting himself frags as well, actually. So, nicely done once again from Na'Vi. And Team Property, I mean, they've seemed like they've been a bit short on answers so far. To me, anyway. Yo, mods, can one of you tell me how the hell I turned those things off? I thought I just fixed it, but apparently not. 20 seconds to go. I'm going to try and ignore that until we jump back into the next round. Flamey has been dropped from Schneider, who gets himself a quick-fire double. It's down to a 2-on-2. And the bomb has been planted, so the T's doing a pretty nice job right now. Considering that they lost the first few players, Flashbang comes in, and that lands on top of Guardian, who is going to get a beautiful quick shot. On to Zend, it's all on Schneider, 1 versus 2. The guy, as I said before, has so much experience. He's done this so many times. He's got himself 1. It's now down to him versus Guardian, who is going to try and defuse this bomb. Is baiting out Schneider, does tag him very aggressively there. And he is going to be going in for the kill, but has Schneider bought himself up enough time? He's jumping back towards the bomb, and indeed, the T's are going to pick up this round, the 8th round, and get their second onto the board. Somebody help. Help. How in the hell do I turn these off? Oh, best streamer EU, right? Right, I'm hoping that's fixed it. I'm hoping that's it. We're done. We're done now. Anyway, Edward. Yeah, I just went into offline, but apparently that didn't make any difference. So, yeah, awesome. Worst caster in the world. You guys are ridiculous. You are absolutely ridiculous. Right, I'm definitely offline now. It's done. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We can jump back into the action. You can all report me later for being the worst caster. HLTV confirmed. Team Property. Had a really rough start. Flamey was on fire. Again, I had to use that pun at some point. And look at this, actually. Zeus does just snake his way around Berg. And now it's all on Zend, who does get himself a nice headshot there. On towards Zeus, but he's got another 4 players to find and frag in 30 seconds. And he gets taken down. Worst caster. It's confirmed, guys. It's confirmed. I didn't even know how to turn notifications off. So, I mean, if that doesn't say I'm the worst caster, I don't know what does. There you go. Eco around for the Swedes. And has Flamey actually... Oh, he has died his second time. So, rip in pieces, Flamey. He's now 15-2. And here comes the onslaught. Here comes the lambs to the slaughter. They do get 1 kill in retaliation, Team Property, but that's nowhere near good enough. And Na'Vi, you can see the amount of money they have in their back pocket there. Edward's just shy of 10,000. Flamey's got 10k. Guardian's nearly got 10k. They are swimming in the monies right now. I should have an emoticon that appears your face. I'm trying to get a scrub emoticon, which I'm sure people use a lot when they subscribe to the channel. So, yeah, that kind of will be in place for moments just like that. Tailor-made, you could say. Team Property, though, find themselves again all in this area of the map. No one's even trying to split, and Flamey pushes out. He gets himself 1. Probably felt like he should have got a second there as well. But now Zeus comes in. He gets himself 1. And very much a similar situation. Na'Vi easily could have got themselves, 4 kills there for 1 death. And instead, it comes down to what was a 3-on-3 until Guardian went ahead and just AWP'd down one of the Swedes. Seed gets himself a frag with the M4. There comes Twist, though. With the bomb in hand, 55 seconds to his name. And 60 HP. And a dream. And that's all it potentially could be. As intelligently, Na'Vi are going to split up. You've got here Guardian on CT boxes. Edward making sure that the rotation towards B is not possible. But the confrontation is going to find itself happening on the A site. Let's pick it up with Twist. The man in the 1 versus 2. He has tagged up Guardian to 19 HP. No, I thought he had the kill on Edward, but not going to happen. There's a donation thing below, Mercy the OTV? I'm sorry. But just being here is more than enough for me, dude. As long as you guys are enjoying it, that's all that counts as far as I'm concerned. Palf's going to be throwing over the smoke anyway, towards the CT side. And if Team Property can win, 5 rounds on this half, yes, it won't be fantastic, but from the kind of position that they found themselves in, they'll be pretty happy with that. It's much easier said than done. They are back on another eco round. But here comes Berg, actually. Lots of flashbangs. They do get themselves a frag, so not a terrible start from them. They're going to get that weapon as well. Guardian misses the first shot, gets the second one, which actually was the harder of the 2 shots there. But Team Property still find themselves a player behind. They have an M4 in the hands of Berg. He gets a nice spray down onto C's, who was trying to move around from CT. But look at this positioning from Edward. He snaked his way all the way in, and Derps his spray finally gets Zend on about the 27th time of asking. And now it's down to a 2-on-2. Both Team Property players are pretty much brutalized in terms of HP. Molotov has connected, and all it will do is push Edward slightly back. He does get himself headshotted down. The last bullet there from Berg. This would be a huge round. This, for me, is almost a must-win round for Team Property. This would hurt Na'Vi right in the feels, because this is a round they really should have won. Flashbang flies in. Guardian narrowly missing the peak. And now will miss that shot. Onto Berg. Going to be flashing in again. And now pushing in again. Guardian gets the harder of the two shots. Berg went peeking way too many times. And he got punished. And I'm a bit surprised, honestly, that he did go for that repeak. Yeah, that spray. Not that I'm any better. I would have probably tried spraying. I would have knocked myself over and shot myself in the head. But Edward, yeah, I think he would have been feeling, yeah, a bit awkward after that. Probably got a bit embarrassed. It was a huge round for Team Property, and it slipped through their fingers. But a valiant attempt for them to even get close there. And Guardian doing what so many AWPers do. The likes of Alu do this a hell of a lot as well. They'll drop down from window, peek underground, look into mid, try and keep themselves as unpredictable as possible. And that time it did pay out dividends for Guardian. There's Twist, though, with an AWP frag of his own. And again, they just go tit for tat, the two teams. It's down to a 3-on-3. Palf will get the upper hand onto Caesar. He caught him from behind, trying to jump into Kitchen. And now the bomb carrier of Zend is going to be moving towards B. I thought maybe he was going to go via T-spawn to A. Not to be the case. And this is another huge round for Team Property. These are the make or break rounds. Again, if they can get 10-5 at half time, it's not a fantastic half, but it's definitely winnable. But look at this from Edward. He plays his cards right, and he does get the first and the second frag. How was that the second killer headshot? Looked like he shot Zend in the arse. It counted as a headshot. Okay then. Nice. He's going to find himself another player. That's going to be Twist. And gets his triple. It was a full house of frags. Guardian with 2. Edward with 3. 11-2 the scoreline. Whose map pick is this? This is, if memory serves me correctly, Na'Vi's map. Yes, it is Na'Vi's map. Yeah, I'm not crazy in thinking that looked like it hit him in the ass, right? I'm pretty sure it hit him in the ass and it counted as a headshot. CSGO, you never fail to amuse. Favourite team is Newcastle, yes. Team Property, setting up again. These haven't really paid out for them, and it's identical setup. All 5 players on A. It's a case of maybe desperation plays at this point. They're just looking for something. They have had quite a bit of success at A, though, across the board. And they do get themselves with 2 first frags. Again, this is a huge round for them. And they have got the 2 opening picks. And there's Berg from the backside. Gets himself 1. And does get dropped from Seized, and there's a lot of team wounding going in there from Pauf, and Schneider gets Seized. He didn't check the corner, and that ended up being his downfall. And I'm fully aware there's a thing called recoil in the game. I play this game a lot, guys. I'm just saying, on my screen, that looked as though he was aiming at the ass. That's all I'm saying. Then again, a couple bullets in the ass, I'm sure that would hurt. Team Property want to finish this half, of course, on a winning streak of 2. I think that's the most rounds they would have got in a row this entire half. Now, they did get 2 earlier, so my correction on that one. Twist does get the opening pick, and they get the second as well. It seems to Property are coming alive into this game, but unfortunately it's at the dying half of their T side. And they do get themselves a couple picks, and typically from these positions Na'Vi have done a pretty good job of holding themselves on. You can see here all 3 players from Na'Vi were on A. Guardian and Seized will be moving their way towards Kitchen, so let's take it on board with Guardian and Seized. Here comes Seized. He is going to be trying to lock down B by himself. There's the first frag, looking for the second as well. Very nearly does connect the dots there. Spray control was slightly off, and the grenade lands on his face. That will be denying his clutch attempt this round. Zeus moves himself in. Now it's all on Guardian. Not quite landing the flick shot there. And not in the second time either. And that will be the half over. 11-4 in Na'Vi's favour. And you know, this is going to sound like a crazy thing to say, but 11-4, considering how well Na'Vi started, they were, what, 6-0 up, I think? Flamey at one point was 14 kills, 1 death, 14 for 1. Considering those things, Property are probably not going to be too dismayed by that half. It could have been a whole lot worse. Come back. Well, you never know. You never quite know with Property. I said this at the beginning, although a lot of you guys may not have been here because at the time there wasn't a whole lot of people watching. This was before we actually jumped into the game itself. But I did say that I feel Property are a fantastically inconsistent team. And I say fantastically because there's always that air of not knowing what Property are going to show up. Are they going to be the Swedish powerhouses that just bulldoze over everybody? Or are they just effectively going to get wrecked? And it makes for very entertaining stuff to watch. So here we go. Na'Vi and Property starting off the second half here. You can see that Na'Vi actually going to be pushing 2 players through underpass. That's a fantastic arrow. 10 out of 10 would draw again. And meanwhile, the other player is actually moving towards 8. So we've got this very interesting setup from Na'Vi. So far, haven't really spotted themselves any players, just Eustace taking a bit of damage, which I believe was from a grenade. And now, look at this, they're effectively getting into A for completely free. You've got Berg, who's at CT, but the bomb has been planted, and not a single bit of bloodshed has been spilled on the battlefield from either side. There we go, first frag comes in. How is your retake, Team Property? Can you pick this one up for yourselves? The answer seems to be a resounding no if Cease has anything to say about it. He gets himself the first kill. Here we go, the push in from Schneider. Flamey with the headshot. Palf gets himself one back. 2-on-3 situation. Palf is still trying to chase in to get frags. He gets himself the second. He gets himself a third, but he has nowhere near enough time to defuse the bomb. And he's in a knife fight as well on the bomb itself. And goes down. People complaining about ads. There shouldn't be any ads. That's not on my end, if there was. So, just saying. Just saying. If you got ads, I apologise, but it had nothing to do with me. Team Property, 4 rounds on the board. They're going to be buying up, throwing the dice right now. Have themselves 2 scouts and a few pistols that have been upgraded as well. Twist comes in and gets the scout. Here we go. Flamey gets a headshot onto Berg. And Na'Vi, again, they're just kind of snaking themselves around and really keeping Property off guard. They're going to get the frag onto Schneider. Mac 10 will always beat a scout close range. Half drops down, trying to get as much info as possible with the P250. Gets himself the frag. Edward now is going to try and maneuver his way to shut down Palf, and indeed he will do just that, but it's gone down to a 2-on-2. This has not been a terrible round for Property, and Edward's only on 27 HP. Oh, but it's going to be Twist getting caught from Seized. He was too busy peering into Connector, and that's going to leave Zend in a 1 versus 2. With the Deagle, it's going to be hoping for his to channel his 1 Deag. If he can get the first shot off, there's a chance that he could win this round, but he's not going to connect any of them. And Na'Vi pick up a very comfortable 13-4 scoreline. And remember that Property did go all in on that round, and it didn't quite pay off. They rolled the dice, they got snake eyes. Thanks, Kibi. The Juandig. Unfortunately for him, not that day. I've been really impressed with these T strats from Na'Vi. They're so interesting to watch. It's like double, triple baits. It's going to be C's going in. Palf is trying his best to just jump away, but he gets Mac 10 from the forefront, courtesy of Seized, who then rushes into Kitchen. Meanwhile, on short, Seized gets himself... Sorry, Edward gets himself 2. And now it's all in that man once again. Zend, who must be like, guys, come on, I can't clutch every round. And 14-4 is a scoreline. And honestly, from these rounds that I've casted thus far on T side for Na'Vi, Team Property have just looked like headless chickens. They don't know how to counteract these strats. Na'Vi, they've sometimes got players pushing through underpass, who are going to come through connector. They've sometimes got these rushes coming in here. They've got pushes onto B. It's like constantly different tactics coming in, and half the time they just mix it up midway through round. You think they're going to be pushing B, then suddenly, oh no, they come through connector and they've wrecked the whole team. The bomb has been dropped at T-spawn, which normally suggests that a team is not going to be playing aggressively. They're going to wait for picks and then try and convert that into a bomb plant afterwards. So I would expect to see Na'Vi playing this one much slower and steady, and that's to be expected. They know that Team Property have weapons this round. They know that they would be walking into almost guaranteed death with these M4s. Interesting enough, all 5 players go with the silenced M4. And I think we do have a match pause coming in because, again, there are some issues with the players. I'm not sure what that's all about, guys. As soon as I find out, I will pass on that information to you. In fact, let me have a quick check now on our chat. Nope, nothing's been told just yet. 10 out of 10 would draw again. You know it, man. You know it. I have the artistic skills of a lemon. Try and work that one out. Have you ever seen a lemon draw? No, me neither. Yo, thanks, Linus Hornston. Linus Hornston, thank you. You can never get Twitch chat to stop trolling, and that's part of the beauty of Twitch. I love me some Twitch trolls. I'm sorry, Grassvin, I'm sorry. Do you identify yourself as a lemon? Because if you do, I apologise wholeheartedly. I'll move to a different fruit. I have the artistic skills of an orange. No, my real name is Vince. Can Property retire? I have to take my skins. I'm not sure that's how it works. Do I cast League of Legends? I used to, Dull Patrol. I'll add a lot of people after these streams today, guys. If you want to support the stream, hit the support button. That's not how it works. Hit the follow button is the one I was looking for, and it will notify you when I'm live. This is actually also my personal stream as well, guys. So I cast myself playing games and with friends and such like that. So if you want to go ahead and support the stream, then go ahead and hit the follow button. I'm old for a gamer. I'm actually interested at... I'm going to throw it out there. If you guys can post your real ages, I know we're going to get like people saying 9,050 for their age. That's hilarious. I'm 29, and I feel like that's really old for a gamer. 29 is basically 90. For those of you asking what's happening, there are some issues with connectivity. One of the players is struggling. I think it may be... It's not seized. He was having issues before. But it's by and large been Na'Vi that have been having issues. So a lot of 20-year-olds, 9,050. Kaz, how did I know it was going to be you that said that? I'm 69, I see what you did there. 14, there's a lot of teenagers in chat. 29 is basically 90 in gaming terms. I basically feel like that old dude that was like, when I were a lad, things were different. We had 56k modem and 5 million ping. My favourite map in CSGO has got to be Overpass. Love Overpass. I'm 12 and what is this? This is Counter-Strike, bro. Minus 27. Wow. So you literally are going back in time the more you age. That's pretty impressive. 420 Blazer. Yeah, Sped, you're 26 and feel like a grandpa in CS. I know, right? I'm 29. I basically feel like a great-grandfather. Am I a girl gamer? Yes. I'm actually using a voice changer right now, guys. I'm a grill. I'm a 20-year-old grill. Confirmed. HLTV confirmed. Okay, we're live again. So I think Twist is back from... it wasn't Twist that was having the issues, was it? I think it was maybe Zeus that was having the problems. I think he is back. And hopefully that is the last time that we have some problems here between the two teams, and we can hit that green light. Remember, there is another match up coming after this one. It's on Inferno. So still plenty of CSGO action here. Thanks, Leon Mac, or Miake. I'm honestly the worst person at pronouncing names, but it looks... Well, I thought we were going to have a rush through, but it's actually Palf who gets the first frag there. Inbiab Schneider from ladder decimates Edward. And this is more like it from Property. They need more rounds like this, but they have to keep this going. Again, we've seen them time and time again in these positions where it looked like they were going to walk away with rounds, just lose out. Zeus, one of the remaining Na'Vi players, and he gets himself fragged out. There's Berg as well. Every player I'm switching to dies instantly. The commentator's curse is real and alive, ladies and gents. Guardian does manage to survive after I switch to him, which I'm surprised by. That in itself is pretty impressive. He's got 100% of his HP remaining and the bomb and a flashbang if he needs it, but he has been spotted out from Palf, who was unable to connect the dots and get that frag, but is buying up enough time for the cavalry to arrive, and there he is. Schneider does get the assist. Palf gets the frag. That's the 5th round on the board to Team Property. Am I saying that Virtus Pro are 90 years old? No, because I don't think any of them are 29. I think Taz is like 28, isn't he? And the rest of them are like 25 and below. Recoilism. I don't even know what to say to that. So here we go once again. Na'Vi up against the ropes, but they do lose the first player. Team Property picked that one up. Here comes Seized with the Tech 9, but again it's CT just lining them up, knocking them down. Flamey on Tetris, gets dropped the same way from Berg in shadow. And it's all on Edward with the AK-47. And he gets completely wrecked off Berg, who got himself a 4-man right there in that round. Nicely done by him. I do worry again, though, if it's just a little too late from the Swedes. Property again starting very positively. Berg and Zen both get themselves a frag. Caesar's going to try and plant that bomb. Berg should be able to spray through the smoke. He does just that and gets himself the second. Gets himself a third. And Zen with a double of his own. So Team Property hold fast onto the A site. I'm not going to get too excited until we get to around that double-digit scoreline for Team Property. Once it goes towards 14-10 sort of scoreline, then I'll start to believe this comeback is real. Is it a bad idea to bet? I think you said 350 euros there on Team Property. I personally would never do that, but then again, I'm broke. So if you happen to be an oil baron and you have money to burn, then go for it. That seems like a lot of money to bet on any team. Edward did eat a bit of damage there from a grenade. And Berg, he is starting to perform very well in this half, but there is Flamey, the man that started so well. Edward, meanwhile, has just switched over, I think, got that frag onto Palf in mid. But Schneider from behind comes in, twists with the AWP, and now it's all on Guardian. That man, once again, with the Marble Fade Karambit. It's a beautiful knife. But can he get the kills? He'll be pushing through that smoke. Very confident play from him. And if he plays this correctly, he could actually get through towards B. Right through the middle. Dissect Schneider from the backside. Very nearly ruins his opportunity. And now Twist is moving in. He's got himself an AWP. And now Guardian's got to get his move on. He's got to get on his skates and plough his way towards the T spawn, because the bomb's been dropped there. 30 seconds on the timer. The question now is, has Twist heard him moving back towards mid? And the answer seems to be a resounding no. Twist is still checking out the B site. 18 seconds. Guardian is going to have to run all the way to this A site, and this is going to be cutting it so close. 10 seconds. You need 3 seconds to get that bomb planted. 5 seconds. He's going to get the bomb plant. And now Twist is going to be face palming. And now suddenly it goes from him being in the big advantage to him being in a huge disadvantage. He's going to switch to an M4. Guardian could literally be in 10 different spots, if not more. And Twist has to check pretty much all of them. He has no smoke to play with, no flashes, no grenades, nothing. He's going to be faking this one out. Guardian doesn't think he's faking it. He comes in afterwards, and it's going to be a defuse in from Twist. Guardian gets the kill afterwards. But pros don't fake. And Property pick up their 8th round. Hashtag Usain Bolt for Guardian's plant. And Twist salvages a round out of thin air. And Na'Vi will not be happy about that. They still have the huge advantage. There's still 6 rounds to the good. But man, is that going to hit them right in the feels. That is a gut punch if ever you've seen one. Edward up against Twist. Twist will get that frag. You can see the confidence oozing through him. And why the hell not after that clutch? Team Property once again get the first frag of the round. And the second as well. Let's switch over to the T's perspective. Flamey taking point, pushing through ramp, going to be nading over towards where Zend was residing just a few moments prior. He needs to look to his left-hand side because Berger's there. He had a quick peek, and that cheeky peek got himself a frag, but at the cost of Guardian's life, and now it is a 1 versus 4. Similar territory to what Na'Vi have been up against pretty much the entirety of their T side. That's a nice first frag, and there is Twist on the stairs to pick himself up a nice AWP shot. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard for you guys. Edward, 26-13. Flamey, 23-14. These two are top fragging by a country mile. Nobody on the side of Property has a positive KDA right now, but Berg is the closest. If you have just joined us, it was 11-4 for Na'Vi at half-time. Twist with another very nice shot. I think he got legged just beforehand there. And again, Property have the player advantage. The bomb has been dropped purposely, I should say, towards T-spawn. And here we go. It's Zend. He probably should have got that frag that could come back to haunt them. That was onto Zeus, who's able to actually back away from that fight and that confrontation and move back towards that site. Or the bomb, I should say, that was dropped. In actual fact, he's thinking about going through apps. But no, he does back on off to get this bomb. 3 versus 3. 50 seconds to go, and I still wonder how huge that missed frag opportunity could have been in Connector. Zeus survives with 2 HP. He has himself a smoke. Property, Palf still on B. Other 2 remaining players are on the A side of things, one of which is Zend, the man who did miss that frag beforehand. He's going to be pushed from Edward. No, he doesn't get that kill. And now it's down to a 2-on-2. Make that a 2-on-1. It's all on Edward. He's going to get that bomb down with 25 seconds spare. Looking towards Connector. Unbeknownst to him, though, Palf is just about to move in. Oh, what a shot from Edward. The one click to the forehead. And now, suddenly, Berg is in a horrific position. Edward's moving in to Connector to try and hold off this. And meanwhile, Berg is on the site. He's looking towards Connector, and Edward gets another beautiful frag. And that's going to take it to 15-9. What a one-tap that was to Connector. Beautiful stuff. Unbelievable play. And Na'Vi now have themselves 6 map points. What a play. Incredible. Na'Vi going to be potentially going right for B. I say that, they actually dropped the bombs. This is almost like last time the bomb was dropped around here, but it's a very similar setup that Na'Vi are going for this time around. And what they're relying on right here is to actually just get picks. Is to get information, get picks, and then dart back to pick up that bomb. Twist with the AWP shot. On to Guardian. And Seized answers back. Seized is in a very aggressive position as I just switch over to him and he gets the AWP shot. Looking for the second one as well. And Flamey picks up the frag. Meanwhile, there's Twist from Kitchen. Gets a frag onto Zeus, who was trying to leap and bound in towards B. And that's still going to put Property at one player disadvantage in this round. But it does give them a couple lifelines. And we've seen that they are capable of clutching. Camera, please. Why the actual hell would you switch out into third person for no reason? Valve, sort it out, mates. Anyway, Edward's the last remaining player. 30 seconds. And the old switcheroony on towards A. His two teammates baited out the B, but it's actually going to be planted here. And now Berg and Twist are more than capable of clutching this. But Edward, we saw what he did last time in the 1 versus 2. Can he rinse and repeat? Can he pull off the double? He's looking for it. There's the first frag. It's down to a 1-on-1 and Edward pulls it off again with the AWP. 16-9. First map goes to Na'Vi. And Property, they did make a pretty nice attempt at it there to pull themselves back to 9 rounds. But, jeez, Edward. The plays. Finishes on 31 kills, 13 deaths. Flamey, 24 for 16. Woo! I need to go ahead and get myself a quick glass of water, because that was unbelievable from both teams, and Edward in particular. Flamey had one of the best starts I think I've seen in Counter-Strike for quite some while. But Edward really stepped up a few gears towards the end. So I'm going to switch on some music, guys. Hit the follow button if you want to support the stream, and I'd very much appreciate that. And I will see you in just a few moments when we start second map, which will be Inferno, not Dust, as you can